Hi, my name is Julian, and today I will be reviewing Sword of Summer by Riordan, which is the first book in Riordan's newest series, Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. Oh my goodness, this book was it was so beautiful, so beautiful. But before I go into actually reviewing the book, I just want to talk about something that was really exciting for me. Riordan is on tour, and I went to go see him. Yes, I was standing in the same room as Rick, the god of trolls and cliffhangers, Riordan. It was so cool. It was so cool to be in the same room. So I got an autographed copy of Sword of Summer there. This is not the autographed sign because on Tuesday, the day it came out, I went over to Barnes & Noble and I bought it like the day it came out, and then I went on the tour thing, so I got an autographed copy there, which everything was pre-signed, so it wasn't like we met him because he can't do signing lines anymore or something. But I also got a foam shield. This is actually really exciting. I'm in college and I'm excited about a foam shield. That was really exciting to see him there and everything. First of all, he was hilarious. Okay, this is Riordan, obviously he was funny, but oh my goodness, he was so funny. It was great. Oh my goodness. It was so great to be there and with all these other people. I didn't wear my Camp Half-Blood shirt. I'm so mad at myself. I even have the camp necklace beads. Okay, like I was prepared 2 years ago, probably when I was a demigod. Actually last year I was 2 years ago. I was so prepared. I had the necklace. I made lemon bars to be like ambrosia. I didn't wear the shirt, but whatever. But so many people were wearing the shirt. Some people were wearing I saw one person in the purple shirt, but mostly it was just a sea of orange. Not everyone was wearing them, but enough people. If you haven't heard this, then you must not be on social media, but Riordan's writing another new series called Trials of Apollo. And in that book, we go back to Camp Half-Blood. We get to see Percy again. And we go back to Camp Half-Blood. This is just so exciting. Percy Jackson is like my childhood. Actually, Percy Jackson is my Harry Potter. Like, everyone like grew up with Harry Potter, but I grew up with Percy. So you know how things ended in the last book with Apollo and stuff in Blood of Olympus? If you haven't, then I'm not gonna say it, but things are shaky over with Apollo and Zeus. So basically, in Trials of Apollo, Zeus turns Apollo into a mortal, to like the 16-year-old kid, and so Apollo was like, well, better just go to Camp Half-Blood and just get help from those people. And Riordan says, yes, we're going to see everyone from the other books. So I'm assuming King Chronicles too, since it's just like one giant like crossover. And it's all told from Apollo's point of view, and every chapter is going to start with a bad haiku. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited for this. I just want to mention something. It's not exactly spoilerish, but it's about Blood of Olympus. Basically, things are shaky, also not just on Apollo's end, but on another character, Leo. Like, things happen and we're not really sure what's going on with him. Like, kind of a cliffhanger of an ending. Blood of Olympus is a cliffhanger. Okay, let's be real here. So basically, when Riordan's like, oh hey, everyone's coming back in this and you're gonna find out what happens to some characters, everyone, literally everyone, including myself because I had to join in, everyone started chanting Leo's name. They were like, Leo, Leo. I was like, my people. Oh my goodness, it was great. I also was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, wait a minute, we get to see them. You know who I'm talking about. The new ship in Blood of Olympus. I don't want to say it because I don't want to spoil it. Again, if you're on the internet, I feel like you might have at least heard the ship name, but the new couple that was in Blood of Olympus, we have to see them. We're gonna see them, right? Right? But that was it about the whole, like, seeing Riordan being in the same room. It was just amazing experience. I really enjoyed that tour. Like, it was so cool. Now on to actually reviewing the book with, at first, no spoilers, and then obviously I have to go into spoilers because, like, I must talk about this book. Overall, Sword of Summer was amazing. It just surprised me how amazing it got. Like, I forgot how beautiful Riordan's writing is. I honestly think Rick Riordan got funnier. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I'm just reading this book. I'm laughing like at every page. There's not one page, not a single page I did not enjoy in this book. I loved every second of it. It was great. And actually, I was afraid that it wasn't gonna be that good, you know. Blood of Olympus, like, and I'm not saying Blood of Olympus was exactly terrible. Just the more I think about it, the more I realize, like, isn't that the actual content in the beginning and the middle that I hated? It's just it had a really bad ending, and that's why it wasn't that good. Because it got pretty funny up to a certain point, and then it was still funny, but it was just not good plot. Oh yeah, and we're also in Trials of Apollo. We're gonna see the other couple, not the one in Blood of Olympus, but the one that was, yeah, you know, in the last chapter. And then Percy will get to meet her too. Finally. Yes. I don't know why I doubted Rick Riordan in the first place. Like, yeah, this book, it was amazing, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. Like I mentioned earlier. Also, some people are wondering out there, but no, you do not have to read Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, or Kane Chronicles to understand Magnus Chase. Like, you can read Magnus Chase without reading anything else. It's recommended because there's references to Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus, but you can easily read it without reading the other ones. Now, if you are planning on reading Trials of Apollo, yeah, you need to read the other series as well. But for Magnus Chase, you can just, if you're like, oh, I'd rather read Norse mythology first, I'm more into Norse mythology, I want to read that one first, then yeah, you're fine. But eventually, like, move over to the other series because they're also awesome and really good. Even with Blood of Olympus, you should read Blood of Olympus, but, you know, all the other series are really good. Magnus Chase, by the way, will be a trilogy. Trials of Apollo will be 5-book series. Alright. That was my review. Pretty much it was amazing. You need to go read it. And now I'm going to move on to spoilers because I must talk about this book. Let's start off with characters. I really love the characters in this book. Like, I really love the characters. Especially Magnus. I was surprised, but I loved him so much. He was hilarious. Hey, Julian here. So, something I forgot to mention in the video that I recorded yesterday, so I was not wearing the same clothes, but I forgot to mention how Magnus, like, he cursed. I was like, wait, he cursed? Like, how did he curse? Like, I don't really care that much, but like, just the fact that this is a middle school book and everything, and they never curse in these books. Magnus said damn without using it as a pun. Okay, so that's all I wanted to say that I forgot to mention, but like, that was just so weird. You know it's dark when the characters curse. Oh, and also I thought it was interesting that Magnus was 16 instead of, like, you know, the normal 12. Okay, that's it. It was, the word that I think, like, really describes how I feel about this book right now is, like, refreshing. Like, I don't know, I guess I missed reading something so funny. Like, I've read other funny books, but I haven't read books with Rick Riordan's humor, you know? Minus the Greek hero book that I still haven't finished. I need to get on that. I don't know why I haven't finished it, since, you know, it's in Percy's point of view, and it's awesome, and it's hilarious. But I haven't. I've read The Martian, which was hilarious. I've read the Angel Fall trilogy, hilarious. Well, I mean, not everything, but pretty funny. I read Pneumonia, how to pronounce it. That was funny. But I don't know, I just haven't had Rick Riordan's humor, and it's so refreshing to read this book. And she's hilarious. I thought it was funny that he didn't like the color blue. Like, it took me the second time I'm studying it to realize, oh, it doesn't like blue at Percy did. Like, I just saw that connection, and it was funny. But my favorite chapter title has to be the one where he's like, Hearthstone passes out more than Jason Graves, even though I don't know who that is. And that, like, was, oh, I read that chapter 10 and I was like, Rick Riordan, you did not just do this. I would like to mention that on Tumblr, Magnus Chase is called Mango Cheese. Don't know why, but yeah. So Magnus Chase, he's like such a well thought out character. Hey.
Hello.
I'm making a video.
You are?
Yeah. On my phone.
Shit. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Anyways, Magnus Chase, he's like a really well thought out character, and I really liked the introduction of Sam. Like, she was pretty cool. I liked that she had like that magical like hijab. I'm not pronouncing that right probably, but she had like a magical hijab thing, and that was pretty cool. I thought it was interesting that she was like the son of Loki. Oh yeah, Magnus Chase, I like that he wasn't like the son of like one of the major Norse gods. Unless Frey is the major Norse god, I only know Odin, Thor, and Loki. That's another thing about this series. Like, I'm not gonna remember anyone's name because these names are like hard to pronounce, and I don't even know how to spell them. I really like the introduction of Heathstone and Blitzen. Probably mispronouncing their names too, but they were the Grover of the stories, and I really like that. So it kind of just like starts off with him just like talking about how he's like homeless and stuff, and I thought it was an interesting thing to make like the main character like this homeless kid living on the streets and stuff like that. And as soon as like Blitzen, I think, came by, and he's just like, oh yeah, this guy and this girl are like looking for you, and or like teenage girl, and I'm like, are you talking about Annabeth? Like, I got so excited, and it was Annabeth, and I really like that Annabeth was in the story. Like, I'm surprised, but like I really like the crossovers. Like, I think that's really cool. Like, at first I was just like, okay, why is there this crossover? What happened to my voice? First I was excited, and then I was like, whatever. But now I think it's just really cool. And I'm really excited about the possibility of seeing Percy again, and Nico, and Calypso, and Leo, and just everyone. I think that'll be really cool. I think Thor was very interesting. I was not expecting him to be, or have like that personality, but we should have been expecting it since like this is Riordan. I don't know if anyone else realizes, but like at the end, with the epilogue, it made me think of the end of a Marvel movie. You know, just like that whole setting up, and had Loki in it, so kind of just felt like a Marvel movie to me. This entire series now, I think just with the introduction of like Thor and Loki, makes me think of the Marvel universe with everything being connected. Oh my goodness, the fact that the sword actually is like, has a personality, and his name is Jack. I don't know, I thought that was hilarious. I'm sorry, now I'm thinking about how Jack and the Beanstalk and Jack that involved giants, and Jack the sword had something to do with giants, so I wonder if there was a connection there, or if that was just coincidental. But now I see that connection. Jack the sword reminded me of Rafi's sword in Angel Fall. That's literally all I can think about is Angel Fall when I was reading about Jack. We have another shapeshifter, because we had Frank, spoilers, in Here's Olympus, and then now we have Sam. I think it's kind of cool, like, there's like a giant tree and there's like 9 different worlds, and I thought that was really cool. I liked how we got to see Blitzen, the dwarf, his like home, and like how he makes things and stuff, and it's kind of cool that he makes like fashionable armor and stuff like that. Like, each character is just like so unique, and they all have like really quirky personalities that just bring everything together. I enjoyed like the quest. Like, I love being on these quests and trying to save the world all the time. When they went to sea or whatever and met that goddess, he was like I won't remember anyone's name, I swear to you, but like she was like sweeping the ocean for like soul. I don't know, she was like, oh, all I want is like your soul, and all I think about is like Supernatural and how you should never like make a deal to sell your soul. That was like my connection there. I like that Magnus Chase's like relationship with his dad is like kind of different, you know, like he actually hugged his dad, and Percy was just kind of like whatever. He's kind of like in that mindset of like his dad abandoned him, but Magnus Chase is like, you know what, whatever. I thought that was also really cool that Hearthstone was deaf or whatever. Like, all these characters, like, I really love the different characterization for everyone, how like everyone was just like so different, each had their own like background, like ethnicity, or like, you know, one was disabled or whatever, and I think it was just like so cool. And I really like Magnus Chase's relationship with Heathstone and Blitzen and Sam, like, you know, like they see each other as like a family, and I thought that was really cool. Oh yeah, completely forgot about that entire battle at the end. I was not expecting anyone to die in the first book. Like, this is the first book. Riordan never kills people off in the first book, unless they're like a monster. So it was really weird to read about Gunilla and like the two other Valkyries like dying. I was not prepared for that at all, and like, to tell you the truth, I was like tearing up as I was reading that. Like, you know, Gunilla was like the new Clarice, but apparently not. I was like expecting Gunilla and Clarice to meet each other in like Trials of Apollo. I thought that was gonna happen, but apparently not. Another thing, like, if you've read the series, you know kind of why. When I first read Valkyrie, I was like, really, that's their name? Because like in Skullduggery Pleasant, there's someone named Valkyrie Kane, so, and it's like spelled the same way. So I thought that was just like when I first read it, I was like, really, why does that have to be their name? But and the person who wrote that series is Derek Landy, and each name actually has a meaning, so I'm pretty sure he had a reason for using Valkyrie. I always thought it was pronounced Valerie, but I guess it's Valkyrie. But yeah, that battle at the end was just, I was not expecting that at all, and it was a pretty good book in general. I really like the chapter titles. Like, they were the best part of the series. Like, the Jason Grace chapter title was my favorite, definitely, but I don't know. They were all just like really cool. Oh yeah, I thought the goats were really funny. They, like, them just being like really depressed and everything, like, they reminded me of Marvin the robot from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and one of the goats was named Marvin, so I thought that was funny. Just everything is just so unique and hilarious in this book. I really enjoyed it. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed so many different parts of it. I'll probably like remember like all the other things I wanted to say, but for now I guess that's it. That was my review of Maximus Chase. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait for the second book. As soon as I finished the first one, I was just like, I have to wait a year, you know, but I'm really glad we're getting Trials of Apollo, which comes out May 3rd. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye!